So thanks for joining us. So as I mentioned, I'm going to share with you one of the most powerful principles in personal development, but I've never really seen it covered elsewhere. So hold on tight. Now, here's the interesting thing. A lot of times when we talk to people about their goals and the outcomes that they'd like to create, in fact, in one of my seminars, I even give them 60 seconds to make a list of the top 10 things that they'd like to accomplish in their life, their top 10 outcomes. And generally, most people focus on the things that they'd like to have. In other words, the wealth, the perfect spouse, the properties, the clothing, the cars, you got it, right? Or they focus on what they want to do, the things that they'd like to accomplish. For example, they like to travel and see the world. They maybe like to build an orphanage for kids. They'd like to, you fill in the blank. Now, the interesting thing is when people are talking about these goals of have and do, there's something that they're really missing. Now, before I reveal that, I want to share another component on how they're getting to these things that they want to have and do. And that's that most of the time they focus on the how, the strategy, the checklist. If I do this, this, and this, I'll get to that kind of an outcome. Now, the thing that has been very interesting to me is I've actually studied firsthand the world's top achievers. I noticed that while they do try to find the what, they do try to build the checklist and the daily to-do lists, that's actually not their first priority. Their first priority before finding out the what is to focus on the who. In other words, who do you need to become in order to create that outcome? Now, why is this important? Let me just share it to you simply, is that when we have a checklist, a lot of times life gets in the way. Things happen. In fact, sometimes obstacles appear, challenges appear, things that we never counted on or expected appear. And when we've got just a checklist, our power is now limited because we have to do these things, and if something interrupts us, we get stuck. But if we focus first on who we need to become, and we expand our skill set, we expand our ability, our perspective, our way of looking at things, the situation around us actually can be adapted to. We can now change our approach much more easily. So in other words, if we want to expand what we have, we must first expand who we are. So my invitation to you is take a look at who you want to become, and that will reveal what's going to happen next for you.